So what's the number one fear of human beings?
Welcome to this episode of Networking with a Process, maximizing your return on investment with business development specialist Nikki Llewellyn.
So we've all heard that public speaking is the number one fear that people have. And this show today is encouraging you to get good at public speaking. It can be such a great tool in your relationship building because you can touch more people and you can position yourself as an expert. So here's the first step. Find some sort of content that you feel really comfortable about and start to master that. Start to find places that you can continue to practice this content over and over. And I suggest starting with like 15 or 20 minutes of content, not like hours of content, half-day trainings, just 15 or 20 minutes. So first of all, pick the content that you're excited about, passionate about, and start to put together a 15 to 20 minute talk. There's all kinds of groups around town like Rotaries and Kiwanis and Sertoma clubs that are looking for weekly speakers that are 15 to 20 minutes long. And myself, I'd be very willing to make introductions for you if I can to help you get those speaking engagements in case you don't know where to get started. But those local groups are a great place to start practicing that. So my first tip is get the content together. Next is find places where you can start to practice this particular talk and get comfortable. And the third piece is find someone that can regularly give you feedback when you're giving these talks. So if you're at a Kiwanis Club or Rotary Club, find someone there that you can hand an index card over to and say, can you please give me 2 positive pieces of feedback and 2 things that I can work on? You don't have to know them. People will pick up on things and they can give you the feedback as they see it. Number 4, when you're getting started, it's important to find a coach or maybe a club that you can be part of. Myself, I've had a coach for the past 3 years that's helped me feel a lot more comfortable on stage, even just in one-on-one conversing. So that's been very helpful. Recently, I formed a Toastmasters club. Toastmasters is an international program that puts people together in a very positive, encouraging atmosphere so you can practice talks that you have and get feedback from people every single week. It puts you on your feet, impromptu or also planned talks, so I highly recommend that. Some of you that are listening to this show are looking for ways to up your game. You've been practicing, you've done some of the 15 to 20 minute talks, and you're like, okay, how do I up my game? Well, I've got 2 pieces of advice for you. Find a couple of challenging things to put on your calendar that are going above where your comfort zone is right now. So if you've been doing the 15 to 20 minute talks using the same content, I recommend reaching out and finding a platform where you can practice an hour-long talk or something more in-depth. Next is find someone that can be your accountability buddy, that you can go to places that they speak and they can go to places that you speak, and you're engaged in giving each other feedback to get better. I've got someone else that's also been working on their public speaking, and many times I will ask them to come somewhere that I'm speaking so that they know like where I'm at right now and the things that I'm really looking to work on, and they're there to find the ums and the ahs or the funny thing I do with my arm and make sure that I'm really up in my game and stepping outside my comfort zone to get better. So I encourage you, if you're not doing it now, public speaking, I know it's sometimes scary, but it can be such a great way to build credibility, build a following, and get so much more done in your networking because you can touch 10 times more people, maybe 20 times, 30 times more people in a networking environment by being on stage or presenting your knowledge. So I encourage you, get out there, start public speaking, and amp up your networking.
For more great information, visit the Rainmakers website at gorainmakers.com. Also browse the other shows found right here at Indie Biz TV Shows.